What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that is derailing a lot of your potential progress when it comes to bettering your mental health, whether that be managing or recovering from anxiety, managing depression. I know some of you that are watching, some of my subscribers deal with depression. This applies to you as well. We are not even giving ourselves a good chance to get these great results, these amazing results, the landslide of results that we want and that we've heard of in other people. And we give up, we get discouraged, we get deflated, and a lot of times we don't even go back to these concepts, these tools, these tips, these tricks, these hacks that you've learned from books, courses, your therapist, your coach, your favorite mental health YouTuber. We give up. We basically decide that is not for us, right? And examples, mindfulness, things like journaling, your diet, your exercise, your exposure, CBT, things like that. I can go on and on and on. There's hundreds of different things, grounding techniques, cold water therapy, cold showers, all that stuff, right? Tons of different things that do work for people that struggle with mental health. And hell, all these things are just healthy things that you should be doing anyways to keep stress levels down, right? But they're very beneficial if you really struggle with things like anxiety and depression, right? So a lot of you, I'll give you credit. You are trying these things out at least, right? You're trying to get something started. And, I finally got to a place after, a year or so of just waiting for this thing to leave where I wanted to start dabbling around with some of these things that I've read online, right? I'm trying to accept I need to start doing some of these things. So I start trying them out. My problem initially I had a quick fix mentality. All right. Now I'm going to let you know, I'm not going to sit here and preach about the extreme quick fix mentality because I think most of my subscribers are past that. If you've been watching me for a while, surely you know that trying something the first time is probably not going to give you landsliding results, right? I keep saying landsliding today. I don't know why. Sounds right, right? So a lot of you are past that. I'll give you credit. Like, you don't think that something's going to be life-changing the very first time. You realize that. But we are thinking that maybe after 5 times of doing it, I should be 80% better. Or after a week or 2 of doing it, I should be halfway there, right? Guys, we have to start thinking months, plural, months, instead of days or weeks. When I talk to somebody on the phone with my coaching, we have to establish this first. You have to think long term. You have to think about lifestyle change. You have to be in this for the long haul. There cannot be a timetable on your recovery. The quicker that you get this in your head, the easier this process is going to be in an already difficult process, right? Like I said on this channel, I said it in the video I did yesterday. Go check that video out. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my entire life. It was so difficult. It was so difficult. So a lot of you are past the expectance of something being life-changing the very first time you try it. And then there's a lot of you in that category of where you think, days or weeks of doing it, I should feel so much better. And some of you will get lucky, right? Some of you will get lucky. And there will be 1 or 2 out of 100 tools that really do give you some great results within a few days or a week. But for most of us, it takes time to adapt. And there's a couple of different reasons for this, guys, right? The first one is we have to learn how to use tools. I'm sorry, if you hear about mindfulness and try it the first time, there's a likelihood you're not going to be very efficient. Meaning you're not going to be able to be great at it enough, right? Or familiar with it enough. You haven't had the practice with it enough to get these crazy life-changing results. That takes time. You have to learn a craft. You have to learn how to use a tool. You have to learn how to meditate. It takes time. You're going to feel very uncomfortable the first time you do meditation. For those of you that are very symptom focused, the first time that you try mindfulness or meditation or sitting still or focusing on your breath, you're going to find out, oh my God, I got to really face these symptoms head on. I can pay attention to them even more. It's going to scare you, right? So you have to take your time. You have to learn how to master tools. Same thing with journaling. You're not going to know what the hell to write this time around, the first time around, excuse me. With diet, some of you want to learn how to eat better and everything, but you don't know how to cook. So you're going to have to learn how to cook. There's steps to each of these tools that you can break down that you have to learn along the way to get good at them. Exercise. Do you think you're efficient if you haven't worked out in years and you're very overweight and you're out of shape and you're going to go work? You think you're going to be efficient the first time? Heck no. You're probably going to barely make it through that workout. You know what I mean? You're probably going to have to take tons of breaks. You're going to sweat a lot more. You're going to be very sore the next day. You're not going to be very efficient. But guess what? After a few months of doing it, you start to become pretty efficient. You've learned how to exercise. You know what workouts are more effective. You've learned the importance of stretching, hydration, form, so you don't hurt yourself. You know, you're not getting as sore as often, right? You know how to recover faster. You figure things out. Same thing with any of these tools, even things like exposure, you know, cold water therapy, grounding, CBT, even getting the most out of your therapy or coaching session. You learn these things as you go on. You learn to be more efficient. And then the more efficient you are, the greater the results. So that's why we have to start thinking months instead of days or weeks. You're just not very good at these things in the beginning. And you're ditching them before you can get the real good results. These things work. I'm sorry, but mindfulness is good for everybody. Anxiety or somebody that doesn't deal with anxiety. You know, eating healthy. Stop thinking like, well, eating healthy just isn't for me. Hell, yeah, it is. Are you kidding me? I'm just not that into exercise. Keep telling yourself that. You know, it's an excuse. It's good for everybody. We all need to be doing it. Right? I think journaling is good for everybody. I think cold water is good for everybody. Cold showers is good for it. It has a lot of benefits outside of just helping you with your mental health. Right? But you're not very efficient. You have to learn how to use these tools. And I've given this example before, but I think it's very appropriate. I think it hits, right? If I gave you a bunch of woodworking tools and I was like, look, and I'll even give you some of you more time. If I give you a bunch of woodworking tools, I'm like, give me a table and some chairs, but I'm paying good money, so I want it to look nice, right? And I'm going to give you a week to do it. I don't think pretty much any of you, if you've never used these tools, are going to give me something that's worth my money within a week. What are you going to have to do? You have to look up tutorials. Probably you have to go through a mentorship or take a program or a course to learn how to do it, right? You're going to have to learn from a master. And not only that, you're going to have to practice hands-on using these tools probably for a few months before you can give me something worth my money, right? You got to master these tools. Same thing with that. So that's the first reason a lot of you are giving up. The second thing, it just takes the subconscious time to catch up and to actually believe in what you're doing. The first time you do meditation, do you think your subconscious really gives a crap? No, it doesn't. And if you have a history of giving up on things quickly, it doesn't believe you're going to stick with this. You think the subconscious is all on board? That first morning that you wake up at 4:30 to start your morning routine and you're about to go work out, your subconscious is pissed at you. It's like, go back to sleep, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? You think whenever, you're used to eating fast food all the time and all of a sudden you got a salad in front of you or you're, just meat and veggies, your subconscious ain't going to be happy, right? But after 3 months of it, you go back to eating a burger, your subconscious is like, what the hell are you doing? This is gross. Go back to the healthy stuff. 3 months into working out, your subconscious is like, oh, why aren't we working out today? On like a busy day or something. Why aren't we working out today? I need that. You have to normalize it to your subconscious, so it takes time. So things like meditation, journaling, dieting, exposure, grounding, all these things that are good for anxiety, your subconscious has to adjust to that, to the new you, to your new identity. But you're not giving it time. At the bare minimum, I think it takes 30 days to create somewhat of a habit. But I want you guys to start thinking like 3 months. We'll say 100 days to really, really establish a good habit. Where that's plenty of time to learn, I'm not going to say master, but to be really good and efficient at something. And that should be plenty of time if you do it daily for your subconscious to adjust to it, right? At least go that far before you ditch something or give up on something. Go at least 100 days. You got to start thinking like that. To recover from anxiety, it requires not only, of course, like consistency and sacrifice, but it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. These things are going to be beneficial after you recover from your anxiety disorder. For the rest of your life, they're going to help you. They're going to keep stress down here so it never gets back up. So learn these tools, be patient with these tools, stop expecting life-changing results the first time. You got to give it time. You're not good at using them yet. You're not good at using them. I'm sorry, you can't be great at something after doing something for a week. Maybe some of you have talent in certain areas, maybe so, but for most of us, no. It takes time, right? So if you made it this far in the video, I want you to go down below and in all caps, I want you to comment, I will be patient with tools. I will be patient with tools, all right? And if you're interested in recovery, you want a bunch of tools, and you're ready to put in the work, right? You're ready to be consistent. You're ready to rewire. You're ready to expose yourself to some of your fears. You're ready to face and overcome those fears. If you just want to recover, try out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. I'm going to put it down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. Super affordable. It's changing lives everywhere. I want you to be a part of that. I mentioned coaching earlier whenever I was discussing how I try to get people to get into that, that state of mind where they're thinking long-term, lifestyle change, months, not days or weeks, right? If you're interested in one-on-one coaching calls with me, where I can help you personally with your personal anxiety issues, shoot me an email. My email address is down below. I'll send that info to you, and we can get started on that. It's been rewarding. I've been doing that for over 3 years. I've talked to close to 1,000 people at this point with my coaching program. All right. Reviews will be attached to that email, so don't take my word for it. See what other people are saying about the coaching process. Online therapy. Again, I'm always going to push therapy. You should at least try it a few times to see what it's about. Sometimes it can take time to find the right therapist, but online therapy makes it a lot easier, right? So try that out. I'm going to put a link down below for that as well. But other than that, all my social media stuff is down there. I'm going to put a video right here. Please check it out. I'm trying to be more consistent. So I did post a video yesterday. That's actually the one I'm going to put up here. So check that video out. Very good video. But I love you guys. And until next time, keep fighting.